Arkham Horror, the card game, the Dunwich legacy. Scenario 1-B, the house always wins. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down his associate, Dr. Francis Morgan. He's not sure whether Dr. Morgan is in trouble, but he's not particularly happy with his colleague's present choice of company. He's in the Culver Club, a notorious gambling joint somewhere downtown. Finding the club's exact location isn't easy. You have to grease a few palms just to learn which of the downtown restaurants operates as the club's front. That restaurant is La Bella Luna, a somewhat upscale Italian eatery by the theater. You change into your Sunday best and make your way there. In front of La Bella Luna stands a man in a pinstripe suit who sizes you up as you approach. "Enjoy yourself," he says with a snake-like grin as he holds open the restaurant's front door. So we start here at La Bella Luna. La Bella Luna was a multi-purpose establishment. This is the house always wins, the next scenario in the Dunwich legacy. We're going to play Jim Culver here. And we've got to draw the 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counter deck's already set. Let's see. Drawn to the flame. That's nice to have. I need asset. I really need assets. Shriveling is very good to have. Dr. Milan Christopher is very good to have. I'm going to get rid of Arcane Initiate. And I'm going to get rid of Blinding Light. So let's go to draw 2 more. 45 automatics, nice to have, and another Arcane Initiative. So these 2 go back into the deck. As we now continue the Dunwich legacy. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm just playing some Arkham Horror. Okay, Agenda 1A, the Clover Club. You've entered the Clover Club Casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink or to make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. Each criminal enemy gains aloof, which means they don't engage me unless something happens. So I can be in the same room with them, but they do not engage me. Forced, if an investigator deals damage to a criminal enemy, immediately advance. Now, that's what we want to do. Beginner's luck. Act 1A. You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed. Perhaps somebody knows where he is. When you reveal a chaos token, you may treat that token as if it were any other token in the chaos bag. If you do, remember that you have cheated. Group limit once per round. Objective. When the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them and advance. We have to get 4 clues on beginner's luck. We're playing easy, and so we go ahead and we start there. So we're in the Clover Club, the Luna. The music is cliche, and they only serve spaghetti. As far as for underground speakeasy goes, it's not particularly creative. All right, so we start here at La Bella Luna. Is there anybody that's supposed to be in this? Let's see, put the Clover Club pick boss into play in the Clover Club lounge. All right, so I did not do that, so I need to put him in there. And so we got to find him. So he starts in the lounge. So he is not with me yet. Clover Club pit boss, humanoid, criminal, elite. Prey, highest investigation, hunter. After an investigator at Clover Club pit boss's location gains any number of clues, Clover Club pit boss readies, engages an investigator, and makes immediate attack. So pretty much I can't investigate while he's in the same room with me. All right. So right now he's at La Bella Luna, and I would like to get things out, but we need to investigate while I got a chance. So let's do some investigation. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Right here. That's good. start there. All right, so let's investigate. He has investigation of 3. Let's start with 5 resources. The first, we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to spend 4 of them. Put out Dr. Milan Christopher because he gives us +1. So that's our first act. Second act, we're going to investigate. So let's see here. Phoenix Knight, welcome, my brother. So let's see. So that was 4. So Dr. Milan Christopher, we get 3 +1 is 4. And the Shroud is a 2, so 4 over 2. We succeed. There's 2 clues there. I didn't put them there, but I'll put them now. Get 1 clue. Third act, we'll investigate again. Third action, we'll investigate again. We'll succeed. And after successfully investigate, gain a resource. Now, this is the old Dr. Milan Christopher card that's been mutated. I'm not using that. I'm going to go with nope, there's 1 clue. Yeah, 1 clue. 1 clue. So only 1 clue there. So that's right. 1 clue. All right, so only 1 clue. Okay, so this is the Dr. Milan Christopher. This is the original card. There is a mutated card that says you have to exhaust them. I am not using that card. I'm going to use the cards I'm given, but I have checked errata, and I know what's up. So I gain a resource, though. While I truly pray that this nightmare is just a singular abomination, I must admit that I am exhilarated by the possibility that this is but one specimen of a new genus. All right, so I don't have to. So I get a third action then because I can't do again here. And we got 2 resources. And we're going to move into the Clover Club. Well, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want him to come to me. So I watched Quick Learning play this scenario, and now I know how to play it. So for the third action, let's gain a resource. All right. Reset. Enemies move. Clover Club Pit Boss moves into the Luna, but he is aloof. All criminals are aloof. They do not attack me, at least not right now. So he is aloof. So he will get in there. So he moves there. No attack. So the reason why I had 2 clues was the guy that the guy was watching was doing 2-handed. That's what confused me. All right, so that was it. So okay, so we will reset the actions. Draw a card. Getting emergency cash. That's nice. And draw a resource. All right. Doom on the threshold. Encounter card. Getting Twist of Fate. Reel a random token from the chaos bag. If you reel an elder sign symbol or positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take 1 damage. So let's see. So reveal a random token from the chaos bag. It is a skull. If you reveal a skull or a symbol, take 2 horror. Ouch. Well, he can take the horror. And even though Jim Culver allows you to treat the modifier on the tokens revealed as a 0, but that's not the case. So that's going to take 2 horror. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take 1, and Milan Christopher will take 1. All right. Let's see. All right, so our turn. We will move into the Clover Club Lounge. Comfortable leather couches, mahogany furniture, and an array of beautiful art greets gamblers, tempting them into the life of the would-be affluent. No clues there. Actually, it is. While it is Act 1, Clover Club Lounge gains, discard an ally asset from your hand, gain 2 clues from the token pool. Limit once per game. Well, I actually happen to have that. So that was the first act. Second act, discard an ally asset from your hand. We do have one, and that is the Arcane Initiative. She is an ally, and she goes away. We'll discard, and we get 2 clues in the token pool. So now we're at 3. And since the Clover Club boss is on the other room, he didn't see me do that. And that was a third act. That was a second action. And we need one more. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and play. The emergency cache. Gain 3 resources or 7. This board is so much easy to use. And that was the third act. So we still have the automatic, shriveling, and drawn to the flame. All right. So enemy phase. Clover Club boss moves back to the lounge. Does not engage with me. Doesn't attack. Reset actions. Draw a card. Getting another Arcane Initiative. And getting resource. I like your Team Covenant boards personally. Cool tokens with it and does the same thing. Yes. I just like this. This is perfect for me. It's perfect for me. I just like these. It's perfect for what I need it for. And I actually got these. I just received these from Etsy. They're beautiful. Problem. Too big for this desk. I can't use them. I can use them on when I play the game offline, but on the desk they're too big. So I'm using them over here as a discard pile. They're beautiful, but I can't use them on this desk. They're too big. That's all right. No problem. I'll continue to use these. All right. So we did that, right? Okay. So a Doom goes on the agenda. And we have draw. Hope that's not supposed to be in there yet. Get rid of that. Draw again. Cursed Luck. Cursed Luck into play in your threat area. You get -1 skill value during skill tests. After succeeded a skill test by 1 or more, discard Cursed Luck. Ouch. So far, no many enemies, which is good. No mobsters following my butt. All right. Okay, so let's move into the bar. I know I've already done it. I've already done that, Phoenix Knight. I took out the ones that are not supposed to be in there. I already did that. I read the setup. I read the setup. I've been read the setup. But thank you for the reminder, though, sir. Thank you very much for the reminder. I just missed one. That's all. All right. So first action, we're going to move into the Clover Club bar. Move into the Clover Club bar. The shelves behind the bar sag beneath the weight of all manner of bootleg drinks, cheap ales, moonshine, expensive bottles of wine-aged whiskey. If only you had a couple hours to kill. While it is Act 1, Clover Club bar gains. Spend 2 resources, gain 2 clues in the token pool, and draw 2 cards. Remember that you've had a drink. I already know what that will do, but I got no choice. I have to spend the 2 resources, which I will. And we will gain 2 clues. We will gain 2 clues. So now we have 5. Limit once per game. So now, of course, it says when the investigators collect the requisite amount of clues, they must immediately spend them in advance. So that was the first action. We have to still do a second, but the 4 clues, and I still keep the 1. Remember, when you spend clues, if you have any extra, you do not get rid of them. You keep the overall, keep the remainder. All right, so we'll advance the agenda. After speaking to a number of gamblers and servers, it seems as though Dr. Morgan has had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Put the set-aside darkened hall into play, which we do have here. And I guess I'll put that down here. I guess I'll put that, let's see, where's that? That goes the Clover card room. So I gotta go, so I have to go to the Clover Club card room in order to get there. All right. So, okay. If it is Agenda 1, yeah, translation, Dr. Morgan decided to be greedy and may have done something really stupid. 100%. If it is Agenda 1, discard cards in the top of the encounter deck until a criminal enemy is discarded and spawn that enemy in the darkened hall. So I got to discard cards until a criminal enemy is discarded. And it's a mobster. So the mobster is in the darkened hall. Discard those, get those out of the way. So the mobster in the darkened hall. Okay. Let's move on to Act 2A. Skin game. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the club where only VIPs and the club's managers are allowed. If you are to find him, you're going to have to sneak or even fight your way in. Only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. Well, we have one clue already. We got to move into the I got to move into the Clover Club card room. So we move. So our second act is to move here. As you approach the card room, the clinking of poker chips and the shuffling of cards is punctuated by shouts of revelry and frustration. Your thoughts are nearly drowned out by the racket. While it is Act 1, Clover Club card room games. Spend 2 resources, reveal a random chaos token. If it is an elder sign symbol, gain 2 clues and 2 resources from the token pool. If it is an even number, gain 2 clues in the token pool. If it's an odd number or any kind of enemy sign or symbol, nothing happens. That was the second act. Now we got to do the third act. So I have to spend 2 resources and reveal a random chaos token. So obviously I have to battle. And I got to remember I get -1 skill value during the tests. So, but that doesn't matter to here though. That's just spend 2 resources and reveal a random chaos token. This doesn't mean anything because I'm not doing a test. It is not Act 1. No, it is now Act 2. It is Act 2. So, well, that's right. It is not Act 1. It is Act 2. So if it's Act 2, only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite numbers of clues as a group to advance. So if it's Act 2, how do I get the extra clues? I got 1 here, 2, and 2. So it's already Act 2. So presumably by moving forward, investigating new locations. I guess I have to move to the darkened hall. So the third act, my third action, is moving into the darkened hall. So move into the darkened hall. That's my third act. Forced. At least I think so. Forced. When darkened hall is revealed, put into play the 3 set-aside back hall doorway locations. All right. So there are 3 back hall doorway locations. Oh, no room. Dang. No room on this desk. If anything, for a bigger desk. So I got 1 extra clue. But okay, all right. So when darkened hall is revealed, put it set aside. Okay, we did that. The door slams shut behind you and you stand in sudden silence. This area of the club is lonesome and devoid of warmth and color. Sometimes the spotless floor and walls seem even more sinister than inviting. All right, so that was my third act. And that's it. There is a mobster in the darkened hall, but I do not have to worry about him, at least not yet. So we don't have to worry about him. He's still aloof. All criminals are aloof. So that's it. So he's in the darkened hall. The Clover pit boss does move closer to me. And that's it. Reset the actions. Draw a card. Getting perception. Gain a resource. All right. So Doom on the phase. Draw a card. Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If you reveal a Elder Sign symbol or positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take 1 damage. It is an even number. It's a negative number. So it's a negative number. So reveal another number, take 1 damage. So that is, we take a damage. Ouch. All right, so now I got to move into the backdoor hallways. So our first action, I really want to put out the first act. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put out the 45. I don't care. I really don't think I'm going to need much this year. I'm putting out the 45. That's the first act. Second, I'm going to put out Shriveling, which will empty my resources. I forgot I have drawn to the flame. Draw the top card of the encounter deck, then discover 2 clues at your location. But there are no clues there, so I guess that doesn't work there. So never mind. All right, that was the third. So third act will move into here. Backdoor hallway. You approach an unmarked door toward the back of the Clover Club. And it is the VIP area. While you're on the VIP area, you cannot draw cards or gain resources during the upkeep phase. But there is a clue there. There is a clue. So there is a clue. I should have moved in. Could have investigated but it doesn't matter because the agenda is about to move. The agenda is about to change anyway. It won't matter. All right. So enemy phase, mobster. They're all aloof. So he moves into the VIP area. Clover Club pit boss moves into the card room. And that is it. No attacks, but they will now. So reset actions, draw a card, getting fine clothes. I chose fine clothes specifically for this. I chose fine clothes. Is the mobster a hunter? Oh no, the mobster is not a hunter. You're right. The mobster is not a hunter. You're right. But I think they all gain aloof, but I'm not sure on that. But no, get fine clothes. Let's see. The aloof. So no, they don't follow me. The Clover Club boss does, but no. So the mobster stays in the darkened hall. That's right. Thank you. Okay, so let me gain a resource. All right. I'm Steeler fan calling my mom again, probably. Nope. All right, so Fort Doom. That will advance the agenda. Your questioning has drawn the attention of several men hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, which we did, advance directly to Agenda 2B. All right, so discard pile, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck, which we do. Yeah, you are backseat driving, but that's okay. If I didn't want anybody to watch me do this, I wouldn't do this live. So you can backseat drive. You're actually making it make sure that I'm playing the game right. There's nothing wrong with that. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, advance directly to Agenda 2B, which we did. So we go straight to Agenda 2B, which is somewhere in here. I thought it was. Agenda 2A. Agenda 2B. Did I put that in the wrong spot, maybe? Agenda 2A. Agenda 2B. Where is it? Where's Agenda 2B? I think I had this issue one time. I couldn't find Agenda 2B. Well, that's right. It's on the other side of this. That's right. The Agenda 2B is on the other side of this. Agenda 2B. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity smashes to the entrance of the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside Hideous Abominations encounter set in the Clover Club lounge. Shuffle the rest of the encounter set, the set-aside Striking Fear encounter set, and the encounter discard pile in the encounter deck. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from La Bella Luna to the Clover Club lounge. Remove La Bella Luna from the game. That's right. So, spawn a random enemy from the set-aside Hideous Abominations encounter set in the Clover Club lounge. Even though I'm already here in the VIP area. So, set aside Hideous Abominations. So, let's see what we got here. Servant of the Lurker is in the Clover Club lounge. Put the rest of these in here. Shuffle. David Vega joins us here. All right. So I still have to go back. I have to go back to the VIP area. So that stinks. So move all investigators and unengaged enemies from La Bella Luna. Oh no, I'm here. I don't have all unengaged enemies from La Bella Luna to the Clover Club lounge. La Bella Luna goes away. That's right. So this goes away. That's gone. So move on and unengaged enemies from La Bella Luna. So I'm not in La Bella Luna. I'm over here. And unengaged enemies to the Clover Club lounge. Okay. So now we can move this up here, move this here, and that. Okay. So I have a servant of the Lurker at the Clover Club lounge, and the prey is, well, lowest agility, which is me. Move La Bella Luna from the game, which we did. Now we go to Agenda 3A. Chaos in the Clover Club. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abominations attacked everyone in the club. Screams echo through the halls as the blood begins to spray. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy. So I still have time. So I have time to do this because the servant of lurker is all the way at the lounge. I'm already here at the VIP area. So all I got to do is get this. All right. And now I think all the enemy. I think the enemies have now lost aloof from, right. Okay. So all right. So we advanced the agenda. We did that. So now we got to draw a card. And it is Frozen in Fear, of course. Put Frozen in Fear into play in your threat area. The first time before one of the following actions, move, fight, or evade each round. It costs one additional action. And put Frozen in Fear into play. All right, so I got Frozen in Fear. But we're pretty far away from that thing at the moment. It'll be a while before it gets to me. All right. The mobster is still in the darkened hall, but I can get this clue. At least I should. Okay, so it is our turn. Let's investigate. Investigation does not use Frozen in Fear, so investigation is simple. So it's a 3. So it's a 3 plus 1 is 4, and we're going to use perception to make sure we get that one clue we need. So it's going to be a 6. So 6 on 3 minus 1 is 5. We get that. Minus 3. If you succeed, gain 3 resources. We do. 5 minus 3 is 5. So it's oh no, we don't. No, we don't. No, that's a minus 3. So we had a 6 minus 3, but minus 1 skill value, which made that a 2. And that's a 3. So no, we do not succeed. Youch. All right, so that was the first action. Second act. Yeah, the cursed luck killed me. We'll try again. 3, 4. And I'm going to go ahead and... Well, there's another thing I could do. I could play Drawn to the Flame, draw the top card of the encounter deck, and discover 2 clues at the location. I could do that. But let's see if we need to. So we're going to try again here. So we're going to try again. So 3, 4. Or we'll just use Drawn to the Flame and do it that way and draw another encounter card. We advance the agenda if we do that. So it would be a 3 on 3. You know what? Yeah. We're going to play Drawn to the Flame, draw the top card of the encounter deck, then discover 2 clues at your location. So we're going to play that. Be an action. That's going to be our second act. We get Swarm of Rats. Okay, that couldn't be any better than that. So Swarm of Rats. We get the clue. I have the 2 clues. And now we'll go ahead and we're only investigators in the VIP area may spend the requisite number of clues. I can. There's the 2. We'll advance. If the players have completed extracurricular activity, the VIP rooms are filled with the mangled and bloodied bodies of unfortunate patrons. There doesn't appear to be any trace of Dr. Morgan. You hear screaming and gunfire from the main area of the club. Put the set-aside Peter Culver into play in the Culver Club bar. Search the encounter deck or out of play for an abomination enemy and spawn it in the Culver Club bar. Advance to Act 3A fold. So Peter Culver is in the Culver Club bar. He goes in there. Search the encounter deck or out of play for an abomination enemy. We already have one in the Culver Club lounge. So we got to choose an abomination enemy, and it's going to be the conglomeration of spheres, and spawn it in the Culver Club bar. Shuffle. I do not get rid of Curse Luck because I did not complete a skill test. I should, though, be able to beat a swarm of rats. Advance to Act 3A Fold. Act 3A Fold. Free drinks for whoever gets me the hell out of here, a man explains from the bar. While Peter Culver is not controlled by a player, he gains... If Peter... Yep, that's correct, Phoenix, I know. While Peter Culver is not controlled by a player, he gains Parlay, test 3 to convince Peter to follow you. If you succeed, place 1 clue from the token bank on him. If there are 1 clues on Peter Culver, take control of him. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advanced. So, which means I could resign right now. If each undefeated investigator has resigned to advance, I could resign right now and avoid it. But let's see what we can do here. So the third act, we're going to try to go after these rats. And let's see. We're going to do the rats. And we're going to play, and we're going to go ahead and do, let's see. So the rats. So rats is a 1. Yeah, I got to find over there where I can resign. So I do get a victory point for the VIP area. I do get 1 for that. So let's see. So let's take over the swarm of rats. Let's first do this first. So action 3, we're going to use shriveling, which uses willpower. So 4. This attack uses willpower, deals +1 damage. And let's see. So it's going to be 4 over 1. Curse luck -1 is 3. So with 3 over 1, that is 2 over 1. And that's 2 over 1. After succeeding a skill test by 1 or more, discards curse luck. That goes away. We kill the rats. And get rid of that. Kill the rats. And I still got to test Frozen in Fear. So at the end of your turn, test Frozen. If you succeed, discard Frozen in Fear. Your backseat driving is getting annoying, but you're right. I did not. I already used 2 actions. I can't get rid of that. Shit. Let's see. So I still have to do a third act, and I can't do that. So it doesn't matter. I'm stuck. So I'm gonna just take. So I'm just gonna have to. So I'm gonna have to. So put the charge back on shriveling. So I'm stuck. I can't move. All right. So third act instead. I'm gonna gain a resource instead for the third act. And now I'll take a damage from the swarm of rats. And the Clover Club pit boss still moves towards me. The mobster does not. The conglomeration of spheres is a hunter. It goes to the lowest willpower. So That's still going to go after me because I'm the only investigator, because we don't know the willpower of Peter Clover or anything like that. So it moves here, and the lurker moves here to Peter Clover. I don't think we'll be able to save him. Yes, JAA, I know you'll be looking forward to playing it. No, that's okay, Phoenix. You keep on being the backseat driver. You're right. I forgot about Frozen in Fear. I got to test willpower on that anyway. So we're going to use, so I got to do 3. I got 4. I'm going to use the Arcane Initiate, which is 5. So -1 is a 4. So 4 on 3. We succeed. I'm done with Frozen in Fear, and I'm done with Cursed Luck because I did beat it by 1. Happy now, Phoenix? Okay. All right. So we already moved the actions. We have to reset the actions. Draw a card, getting Alyssa Graham, and getting a resource. All right. Okay, upkeep is done. Doom goes on the agenda. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as Abomination phase. Well, the Servant Lurker just moved there. So I'm not going to be able to save him, I'm afraid. So we place 1 Doom on the agenda. Draw a card, getting Dissonant Voices. Put Dissonant Voices into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets or events. That's okay. I already got the assets out. All right, now I should be able to get the heck out of here. All right. So, all right. So first act, I got to kill the rats. So it's going to be, we're going to use the automatic. So 3 + 1 is 4. So 4 over 1. Go to the rats. That's the first act. Second act, I really don't think I can save Peter Clover. I'm not going to be able to get there in time, I think. So second action. I really don't think I'll be able to save him. Let me just see something real quick. I played this before, but it's been a while. So what do I want to do here? I don't think I can get to him. I don't think I can get to the VIP area. It's not connected to the Clover Club bar. I got to go to the Darkened Hall. I really don't think I can save him. I'm going to... My bad. 1 resource goes down. I can't draw a card or gain resources during the upkeep phase. So she goes away. We're gonna move. We're gonna move to this back door. Can I move to this back door hallway? Yeah. I move to this back door hallway. You approach an unmarked door toward the back of the Clover Club. Art gallery. After you fail a skill test while investigating the art gallery, lose 2 resources. There's a clue there. Exotic art and antiques adorn the walls of Peter Clover's private gallery. An evening breeze rustles the worn pages of a ledger back and forth. I really don't need the resources. I'm going to try to gain the clue. So actually, no, you know what? I'm going to move out. I'm going to go to 3 and move back into the VIP area. I think this is going to be I think that's going to be the way out. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. Enemies. Clover Club Pit Boss joins me in the VIP area. He's engaged. I'm going to have to get him. Conglomeration of spheres. Moves to here the mobster. And it says here, at the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy in the same location as Abomination enemy. Peter Clover, unfortunately, did not make it. And then the Servant of the Lurker moves to the Clover Club card room. And that is it. So that is all it does. All right, so reset actions. I'm in the VIP area, so I cannot draw cards or gain resources during the upkeep phase. And that's it for him, and that's it for that. I hope I'm doing this right. Okay. So we put a Doom on the agenda, drawing counter card, and Hunted Down. If there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, Hunted Down gains Surge. If there are 1 or more unengaged criminal enemies in play, each of them moves 1 location towards you. Each criminal enemy that engages you as a result of this effect makes an immediate attack. If there are 1 or more unengaged criminal enemies in play. Well, Clover Boss is engaged with me, so he doesn't count. But the mobster is not engaged with me. So each of them moves 1 location towards you. Each criminal enemy that engages you as a result of the effect makes an immediate attack. So I'm going to assume that means that the mobster actually escapes the conglomeration of spheres and moves to the VIP area and engages me and does an attack, which I'll take a damage. I hope I'm doing that right. Phoenix Knight, my talk. You can still talk. You can still talk. All right. So now it's my turn here. I got 2 enemies on me, the mobster and the Clover Pit Boss. And I'm figuring this is the place I can get out of here, the back door hallway. I'm figuring that's it. So the 3 back alley doorways don't connect. Oh, they go back into the darkened hall, don't they? So I should have went back into the darkened hall, then the VIP area. That's what happens when you don't have a big enough desk. Well, we've already played it the way it is. But let's see here. Let's stay in the VIP area. So I got to move in the darkened hall. So actually the art gallery I should not have been able to move into. So I should have went here, then there, and then back in there. So I got, in order to get this, I'm sure this is the one that'll get me out of here. So Listen to Voices goes away. Yes, it's true. So I have to move here and then here. I'm pretty sure this backdoor hallway is the entrance, is the way to get out. So let's see what we can do with these mobsters. All right, so I'm going to attack the first mobster. 45 automatic. +1 power, +1 for this attack, deals +1 damage. So he does 3. +1 is 4. On a 2. So it is 4 over 2. Succeed. 2 damage. Mobster is gone. Second act. Second act. I think what I should do for the Clover Club pit boss. I still have Dr. Milan Christopher. So he does 3. It's going to take 4 to get him. Do I just try to have agility here? So I'm going to try to take him out. So second act, 45 automatic. So 3 +1 is 4. And that's a 4 over 3, which is not that great. Actually, you know what? No. Let's not use the 45 automatic. Let's use Shriveling. Shriveling uses willpower instead. So Shriveling. So this attack uses willpower. Instead of that, deals +1 damage. So 4 +1 is 5 over 3. We'll use Shriveling. So 5 over 3. Skull -2. But Jim Culver, you treat the modifier on a skull token reveal as a 0. So now we do take a horror though. We do take a horror, but that puts 2 damage on the Clover Club boss. You may spend 2 resources to treat this token as a 0, but I do not have to do that. One of the reasons why I chose Jim Culver for this campaign. I think he's pretty good. All right, so the third act, we're going to use another charge of Shriveling. So another charge of Shriveling. So again, it's 4 +1 is 5. 5 over 3. So 5 over 3. And we hit him again, we kill him. So he goes away. The Clover Club pit boss is gone. We get a victory point for that too. We now got 2. So now we're at 2 victory points. And so that's it. Enemy phase, the conglomeration sphere comes here and engages with me. I'm probably going to have to kill this too. Not easy to do. And the parade of abominations is coming for me now, I know. So the lurker now moves into Darkened Hall. So that's it there. And unfortunately, since I'm in the VIP area, I cannot draw cards or resources. I can't get any help. All right. may have to play this cute. All right, so I take it the horror from that one that dealt the damage. Take it the horror. All right. Place a doom on the threshold. Encounter card. Something in the drinks. Surge. Each player who has had a drink loses one action, so I'm going to go to 2 actions instead. Swarm of rats. So another swarm of rats joins me in the VIP area. So I got a conglomeration of spheres and a swarm of rats. I don't think I can evade the conglomeration of spheres. All right. So I got 2 actions instead of 3. Well, let's try to kill the swarm of rats. So it is. Or should I try to evade the spheres? If I can evade the spheres and move, I can take a damage from the swarm. I'm not worried about that. But he agility is 4. We're gonna take a chance here. I probably shouldn't do this, but if I can avoid the spheres, I could probably get away from the lurker and then get into the backdoor hallway. I got to get out of the VIP area. While I'm there, I'm not getting any cards or anything to help me. We're going to take a real chance here. I'm going to discard the 45 automatic for agility. Use fine clothes for agility, which would make me agility of 4. So 4 on 4. Because I don't think I can kill the. I don't think. I mean, I could probably kill it, but would you just try to hold these guys off? You know what? No, I think no. I got plenty. I still got 4 doom. I still got 4 doom left. So no, I don't think we'll do that. No. Let's kill the swarm of rats. And I'm just going to do it with basic willpower. So 3 over 1. So it's 3 over 1. I'm not going to use the 45 automatic. There were 3 charges on that. I'm not going to use that. So 3 over 1. And it becomes 4 over 1. Plus effect plus 1. So we kill the rats. Third act, we'll attack the conglomeration of spheres. We will use the automatic for that. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. Get plus 1 damage. So it's a 4 over 1 on the It is, and we're not using a melee card, so the automatic is a firearm. So it is. So even if I tried, the thing is that since this came up, if I'd have tried to evade the conglomeration, I would have won. I would have evaded it. But that's okay. So it's going to be 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 over 1. That succeeds. That gets 2 damage. Enemy does a horror and a damage on me. I'm going to take both. I still have Milan Christopher, just in case I need to use him. Okay. So all right. So enemy did its attack. Servant Lurker, of course, now joins me in the VIP area. As enemies with the Hunter keyword moves. And the conglomeration of spheres automatically did its damage. So we moved it here. So that's it. All right. And I can't get any resources or cards because I'm stuck in this VIP area. All right. But we can reset actions. Doom goes on the Mythos. Doom goes on the threat. Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. That's actually a good card for the time being. If you reveal a symbol or positive number, nothing happens. And we receive 2 horror. So I get 2 horror. And that's going to bring me up to 6. I'm going to save it. I'm going to keep Dr. Milan Christopher for 1 more. All right. The good news is there's no enemies. Now if I can just evade these guys. All right. So conglomeration of spheres. It's our turn. It's our turn. I should be able to evade the lurker, hopefully. But I gotta kill the spheres first. So use that. So 3 plus 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4 over 1. Ah! Do it again. 3 plus 1 is 4 over 1. Succeed. Puts 2 more damage on it. And can I just move and take an attack of opportunity? It would do 3 and 3. I'm up to 6 horror. That's what I should have done. Is just taking a move. I should have taken an attack of opportunity as soon as the servant and lurker. I should have just let them take the attack of opportunity and got into the darkened hall. 6. He's got 8. Well, I know, but I could have done it on the first turn. Maybe. Because I don't know what the next encounter card is going to be. All right, we're going to stick with the original plan. I should have just left and taken the turn of opportunity. The turn of opportunity. Because the Glamorous Fear does worse, does less than the servant. So I'm going to try to kill the conglomeration. So third action, shriveling. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus 5. And that is 5 over 1. We succeed and we kill it. We kill the conglomeration of spheres, which does help. that's away. So we kill that. Okay, so Servant of Lurker does 2 damage, 2 horror. So I take 1 horror. Milan Christopher is out. Takes 1 damage as well, 1 horror, and I'm not there. So he's gone. He's gone. So I'm up to 7 and 5. When Servant of the Lurker attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Disgram and Manual Dexterity. I could have used that right there. That is a bad card right there. Though I could have got, but I wouldn't have been able to get it anyway. All right, so reset actions. Reset actions. No resources or cards. It all depends what happens. What card I get for the up for that from the dark from that. So okay, so Doom. Very important encounter card. Very important encounter card. And it's O'Banion's Thug. While O'Banion's Thug is engaged with you, you cannot gain resources. I did not need another enemy. All right. It all depends if I can get the heck out of there. And now I have to evade I have to evade twice. And the thing about O'Banion's Thug, he does 2 damage. I can't take a damage of opportunity. He kills me. He defeats me. So I have to evade twice and get into the darkened hall. I have to evade twice. And I have to do it consecutively. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to use the 45 automatic. Agility of 2. I'm going to try to evade the Lurker first. So it is a 3-on-2. We succeed. The Lurker is exhausted. Now, O'Banion's Thug. We're going to play Fine Clothes to keep that agility. So 3-on-2 to evade O'Banion's Thug. Yes, we evade O'Banion's Thug. Third act, we move out into the darkened hall. Wow. Talk about getting it out of your ass. Two +1s, and we get out of there and we move back into the darkened hall. Wow. All right. Enemy phase. O'Banion's Thug disappears because each criminal enemy in the same location as an abomination enemy is done. So O'Banion's Thug disappears because he's killed by the servant. And he readies. He readies. And he moves into the darkened hall. So I'm back with him, but Losing the darkened hall. We're not out of the woods yet, though. I still got to get to here. And I cannot take an attack of opportunity. I can't just leave. So, but we do get a resource finally, and we get to draw a card. Hypnotic Gaze. Play when an enemy attacks an investigator at your location. Cancel the attack, then reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. That is very helpful to get that. That may have just saved my bacon. He doesn't move. Hunter enemies move first. Enemies don't ready until upkeep. You are right. So the Banyan's Thug stays there. And enemies don't ready until upkeep. I keep the card anyway, but still. So he doesn't move. So Servant of Lurker doesn't move. Hunter enemies move first, and enemies don't ready until upkeep. So does he ready, then move? No, a Banyan's Thug is still defeated. Servant of Lurker stays. Oh, okay. So he stays here. Hunter enemies move first, and enemies don't ready until upkeep. But I exhausted him, right? That's the reason why I exhausted him. So he doesn't move because he was exhausted. Because I avoided him. So I should be out of here. Is that what you're saying, Phoenix? Hard to do this sometimes when you're typing, I know. Enemy phase goes, Hunter enemies move, engage enemies attack, then upkeep, exhausted enemies ready. So Hunter enemies move, but he's a Hunter. Servant of the Lurker stays. So he doesn't move. Okay, so he stays in the VIP area. Okay, so he readies in this area, right? He readies. Okay, so I'm alone. Now it all depends on the next encounter card. So it all depends on the next encounter card, what happens. All right, so we already reset our actions. We did gain a resource. As long as you get domed again, you should be able to escape. Okay. All right, so we put a Doom on the threshold. Thanks there, Phoenix. Doom on the threshold. The threshold on this is 7. So we got one more to go. All I got to do is get the heck out of here. And another all-important encounter card. Dissonant Voices. That doesn't mean anything to me. Put Dissonant Voices into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets or events, but that doesn't matter. I have nobody to deal with. Since the Servant Lurker is there. I wouldn't have been able to play Hypnotic Gaze if he did, but that's okay. So, first act, backdoor hallway. You approach an unmarked door toward the back of the Clover Club. There's one clue on there. I vote for the get the fuck out plan at this point. There's one clue there. And I get a victory for it. There's one clue. There's one clue. So my first act was there. Let's spend an act to try see if we can get it. Let's see if we can just get it. 3. So what is it? 3 over 1. Let's just see if I can get it. Yep, we get it. I get the clue, which gives me another victory point. And we hereby resign and say, see ya. And we out. Resign. We can get out this way. Bye. Can you believe that, Phoenix Knight? I know I might not have done it too perfectly, but that was intense here. That was intense. I had to evade both, and I did. And yes, you did not like my odds. So now let's read. So this is resolution. So let's see. Barely made out of the club alive. Highly intense. So, which one we at? Resolution. Okay, well, first I got to read this. You make your way toward the rain-slick streets of Arkham. If an investigator resigned with Peter Culver under his control, Resolution 3, which I didn't, so Resolution 1. You flee to the end of the block and pause to recover. Before you can catch your breath, the ground shakes with a thunderous crash. People emerge from their homes and storefronts to see what the ruckus is, and a crowd forms on the street. You head to the front of the crowd and are horrified to see the building from which you fled just minutes earlier reduced to rubble. There is no sign of Dr. Morgan anywhere. All right. So, in your campaign log, record that the O'Bannon gang has a bone to pick with the investigators. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything I could do for him. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. If any player cheated, which I did not, add 1 Elder Chaos token to the Chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. Or I did not cheat intentionally. I did not cheat intentionally because I did not move into the darkened hall first before moving into the VIP area. Boy, Arkham Horror has an answer for everything, doesn't it? Because I did not do that, I'm going to add 1 of those Elder Chaos tokens to the bag. I'll remind myself to do that. I will add a Chaos token. I'll add 1 of the Elder Chaos tokens to the bag. Just because I did not cheat intentionally, but I'll go ahead and say I did not move back into the darkened hall like I was supposed to, and I will add a token to the bag. I think that's fair. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory value of each card in the victory display. So I get another 3. Each investigator earns 1 experience as he or she reflects on the night's events. So that would be 4. So now we proceed to Interlude 1, Armitage's Fate. Interlude 1, Armitage's Fate. Check campaign log. And the investigators were unconscious for several hours. Read Armitage's Fate 1. We were not. So we go to Armitage's Fate 2. When you arrive at Dr. Armitage's home in Southside, you find him sitting at his desk, pale-faced and sweating with worry. He is grateful to you for searching for his colleagues, but he doesn't look relieved. With a long pause, he straightens his glasses and explains, "I'm afraid I must apologize. There's something I didn't mention to you earlier." Dr. Armitage then spins a tale you would scarcely believe had it not been for your harrowing experiences earlier that night. In your campaign log, record that the investigators rescued. In your campaign log, record that the investigators rescued Dr. Henry Armitage, because I was not unconscious for several hours. So rescue Dr. Henry Armitage. Any one investigator may choose to add Dr. Henry Armitage to his or her deck. Oh, okay, so I get him because I was not knocked out. This card does not count toward the investigator's deck size. It can be found in the Armitage's Fate encounter set indicated by this icon. The story continues in Scenario 2, the Miskatonic Museum. And that is it. Wow. 7 horror before 8 and 5, and getting away from the lurker and O'Banion's thug was ginormous. If I fail either one of those, I'm dead. I am dead. But that's the way this game goes. So JAA, if you watch this is how exciting it can be. And that's easy level. That's just easy. That's not standard. That's not hard or expert. That's easy level. That is easy level. So we complete that. We get out of it. The house doesn't always win, but we do get out of it. I think we'll do Miskatonic Museum on, what's today, Monday, so I'll probably try to do it Wednesday. And I got to watch someone do it. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out of the movie theater. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. And for those of you who don't know what this game is, it is called Arkham Horror, the card game. If you think it's something you might want to give it if it's something you think you might want to give it a try, please order a copy just of the core set. That's all you need. The revised core set from Amazon or something like that, or pick it up at your local gaming store. All right, give it a try. Just all you need to start is with the core set, and maybe grab a campaign later if you like it. Okay, and give it a try. It doesn't cost. It's not that expensive, and it's a lot of fun to play. And there are so many. You'll shameless plug your channels if you want to see more Arkham Horror. Yep, I've seen some of your play, and I've been watching all of others as well. So, subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. I may do some hockey bones. We'll see how that goes. Have a good night. Thank you, Phoenix, for everything, and everyone else in the chat. Take care, guys.